Welcome back, everyone, to OpenLine. Good panel up here talking history, talking about civil rights here in Tennessee. We have the commissioner with the Department of Tourism. We have program specialist with the Nashville Public Library. And Mark Ezell, you wanted to mention Memphis's role in this. What about that?
Well, there are 3 episodes, and we've talked some about Clinton and certainly about some of the pieces of Nashville. But I think in the Memphis one, first of all, we have someone that is part of that narration, Elaine Turner, and she and her sisters have the distinction of being the most arrested family in the civil rights movement. And you just saw people that felt passionately about equal rights. But I think the other thing is that sometimes people ask me, what's the most powerful experience that I've had in these 3.5 years in this role? And it would definitely be my wife and I's visit to the National Civil Rights Museum. And to see there at the Lorraine where Dr. King was assassinated, but many of the exhibits that they have in that very powerfully done museum is a must-see for people. Take your children, take your grandchildren, and let them experience and understand all the things that were done for the Civil Rights Museum.
And that's a must-see in Memphis. And Elliott, your room here in the Nashville Library is a must-see here in Nashville.
Must-see. I want to say that the trail is working. I've met quite a few people who have been going along the trail and have stopped in our space as a part of their, people have called it a civil rights pilgrimage even. And I've met people from all over the globe who've made it a point to stop in this room. But I just want folks to know that they can contact us directly to schedule time, whether it be for a class of students or for their company or their church or their family. And we can have an engagement with them. We use the stories in the room, and as well as films and old photos from the time to relate this history and talk about how relevant a lot of these things that they were fighting for are still today.
Well, it's been great to hear your stories. And then what if you go through the whole trail?
Yes, well, and a new piece is that we have partnered with Banwango so that when you go to tncivilrights.com, you can sign up and get on the app so that when you go to the Civil Rights Room, it will check you off, and if you go to all 14 sites, you'll be sent this Tennessee Civil Rights Trail with the medallion that has the locations of all 14 of the sites, and you'll also learn a lot that's important in helping us become better people.
That's great that there's actually something to commemorate that.
Correct.
All right, that's great. All right, so we're going to take a final break. I'll come back, wrap everything up right after this.